Ohio. I'm Darcy, and with me Darren Brooks of Macedonia, Ohio, but more importantly, Darren Brooks of the Ohio Waterfowlers Association. We're at Waterfowler Bootcamp, and Darren, this is your 4th year, and it's become an incredible event. You've got waterfowlers from all over the state, all over the country coming in now.
Yeah, we couldn't be more happy and really feel like we found a home here, center of the state. Well,
we're at the Cardinal Center. And the Cardinal Center is home to the Ohio State Trap Shooting Association. They hold their state shoot here every year. Fantastic facility. It's in Marengo, Ohio, about 30 miles north of Columbus. So that central location really helps you get duck hunters and goose hunters from all over the state.
It sure does. It sure does, yeah. And Marengo is just barely above Columbus, so we're able to pull from that Cincinnati, Cleveland market. That's where we've done some advertising for this year, and we did quite a bit of it. But like I say, we couldn't be more happy with the facility. Wish we had a little bit more water to play with, but there's so many other things that it offers.
Well, you've got everything here, from duck and goose calling contests to retriever trials of sorts to show people really what waterfowl hunting is all about. But more importantly, you've got youth events, the Youth Waterfowler Camp. Good bunch of kids coming in this year.
Yes, we had 50 pre-registrations, and we expect to likely double that by the time that the day is done.
Well, they're going to do everything from shoot the archery range to maybe take a hunter safety course if some of them need it. And they're going to make their own duck call with Buck Gardner, one of the legends of duck calling.
Very much so. Everybody loves to see Buck. And Jim Ronquist is here with him. So you got a world champion, 2 world champion callers teaching the kids. They love it.
Well, you know, we talk about waterfowl hunting, and Ohio is a waterfowl hunting state. Sandusky Bay is the prime region, but you travel quite a bit. You go all over the globe to hunt waterfowl.
I do. I'm hunting with the deadliest catch boys in the middle of January, in the middle of the Bering Sea on St. Paul Island. So I'm looking real forward to that. I'm actually going to finish up my last 2 ducks of all of them in North America, the Harlequin and the King Eider up there, hopefully.
Wow. You know, we talked about waterfowl hunting. What is it about waterfowl hunting that has you guys so dedicated to this hunting sport?
You know, it really is a sport that there's an incredible passion involved. And truly, I feel that most waterfowlers choose it, A, because of the scenery, yes, but it's the camaraderie. It's not sitting in a deer stand and you can eat in the boat, you can talk in the boat, you don't have to worry about scent. It's one of those things where you can really share the experience with someone, and I think that's what really hooks people.
Including a sunrise.
Absolutely. One of my favorites.
No doubt about that. Hey gang, Ohio Waterfowl Association. This is Waterfowlers Boot Camp. We're going to show you some of the highlights of this fantastic event. We'll be right back.
And the sunlight on the water hits my eyes when I wake on the north coast of Ohio, where the heartland meets the lake.
Welcome back to Outdoors Ohio. You know, the Youth Waterfowler Camp has become a really big deal on Waterfowler Boot Camp down here at the Marengo Center. And we're just having a great time. Dan Moore's with us. He's from Bath, Ohio, and really a past president of Ohio Waterfowl Association. The youth camp, that's been your brainchild.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we've really had a great time with. Getting the kids off the couch has been our big thing. Put the video games down and get them out here and let's see what their outdoors is all about. We start off in the morning and we do a retriever demonstration. The kids get to all shotgun safety. They also get to shoot archery. And one of the highlights of the day is to get to actually build a duck call with Buck Gardner, who is a world-renowned duck caller and manufacturer. And Buck is just one of those great guys. When you meet him, you just fall in love with him.
You know, I remember from years ago, one of the things that you always said was, we got to get the kids involved. We're going to have waterfowlers down the road in the future. Kids got to get involved when they're just little tykes.
It makes a big difference. These kids are, a lot of them, it's the first time they've ever been exposed to a retriever demonstration. You know, a lot of kids have the dogs, but they don't understand the commands and how to work with the dog. And this is something that's really special. Troy Thompson with Bird Down Retrievers just does a fantastic job.
Well, let's go see what the kids are up to. One of the events at Waterfowler Bootcamp for the kids is an archery shoot. The Cardinal Shooting Center has a great archery range. They brought the same kind of bows that are used in the archery in the schools program. Very easy to pull back, especially for a guy about that tall. Let's see how the youngsters do.
Can I shoot at that $10 bill?
Go for it. A $10 bill?
Yeah, the $10 bill right there.
Yeah. I'll back you up on it. Now you got one more.
Yeah, so nobody shoots by themselves. We need a helper behind.
You're shooting pretty good. You've got good form, Parker. He's the ringer. Look at this. Whoa! We got a winner here. Is that the $10 bill?
I don't know.
That's a bill. You got it, man. You hit
Yeah.
the dead center.
Is anybody run for it? Oh.
We'll be okay. This distance. Up against the corner of your mouth. So you're looking right under your eye.
Now you're cooking.
Just a little bit of
Well, we got some balloon breakers here. You guys gonna whack those balloons good?
what happened over there.
Somebody shot an arrow from over there, over here, and
Oh.
killed the balloon.
Awesome. Hold on.
There you go.
Under your eye.
Oh!
You lined up?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Good for him.
Yeah. Good job, little man. Proud of you.
Jacob and Andrew, you guys did pretty good.
Good job.
Having a great time. Les, these kids are from all over the country, coming here to Marengo, Ohio.
Yeah, that's correct. This is the NRA Advanced Junior Shotgun Camp that has been held either in Ohio or in Pennsylvania for the last 7 years. They also hold a similar camp in Texas, and this was financed by the Friends of NRA and a particular woman named Laura Revitz. But many of the very top shooters in the United States today, the Olympic shooters, have come out of this program, including Corey Cogdale, who won the bronze medal in Beijing, Rachel Hayden from Michigan, who just won a gold cup in Maribor, Slovenia, John Michael McGrath from Oklahoma, who just won a gold cup, Josh Richmond, world champion, all of the top double trap shooters, all of the top junior double trap shooters in this country have come out of this program from Ohio or from Pennsylvania, but most of them recently right out of this club.
Wow. You know, we talk about the Cardinal Shooting Center and what a great facility this is. It's the home of the Ohio State Trap Shooting Championships. And we take a look at the Cardinal Shooting Center, an international trap, one of the few places that you can shoot international singles and doubles. What is the difference between American trap and international trap?
Well, in American trap, you've got the trap house 16 yards ahead of you, which is just about the same as in international, but you've only got one trap in there. In international, there's 15 traps in that bunker
Holy
right behind
smokes,
us.
throwing clay targets and you don't know where they're going.
You don't know where they're going. Plus, the American target goes 50 yards. The international target goes 76 meters. That's like 81 or 82 yards. It goes over 60 miles an hour, where the American target's going about 40, 45 miles an hour. Plus, the American target flies in an angle of 17 degrees either side of the center,
Correct.
whereas the international target is 45 degrees either side of the center.
Let's just be honest. Let's say it's a heck of a lot tougher
Much
shooting
tougher.
international trap, the Olympic style sport. But we need to teach these kids if they're going to excel at the Olympics.
If you want to wear the red, white, and blue colors overseas, you've got to learn this game.
A young guy with Olympic dreams, Chris Wilkowski. He's from Centerburg, Ohio. He's down here at the Cardinal Shooting Center. He's got his shotgun with him, and he's practicing on an international trap, which is necessary if you're going to shoot Olympic style trap. You know, that's a lot more difficult. I'm sure you got some friends of yours that shoot trap with you and say, boy, you're pretty good. Then you come down here on this international trap here at the Cardinal Center. What happens to you? A little shakier?
You know, it's just as fun as any shooting sport, but American was getting, you know.
We don't want to say boring, but
No, but I just wanted to try something a little new. Getting into international, I have a few friends from around here that do shoot, so it was just something that they introduced me to, and I just wanted to try it out, and I definitely like it.
well, you know, if you can excel at international trap, and this is a great practice area that most kids don't have.
Yes.
You know, we take a look at this. It's a fantastic area. It's close to home for you, so you can come here all the time. Give you an edge, you think, down the road in making the Olympic team?
You know, I have a lot more training time. A lot of people are, you know, 4, 5, 7 hours away from bunkers. I only live, you know, 20 minutes, so it definitely gives me an edge. I'm out here a few times a week, and it just helps me perform a lot better.
You know, shooting sports, always been a special thing for you. Did your dad get you involved? How'd you get started?
My local club in Centerburg, we put on youth shoots 2 times a year for free for kids, and that's just how I got started. My dad runs that club now, and every Thursday we're up there shooting, so that's how I got started at my local club and then got introduced to this.
Can you beat your dad?
Yes, I can.
All right! Young guys are helping really grow the organization, aren't they?
Yeah, we need to get the youth, but also the younger hunters.
Welcome.
Well, they were all in attendance, every dog in the world. Straight-tailed dogs, bobtailed dogs, dog-tails that were curled. There were bulldogs and boxers and spaniels from Spain. Some poodles from France flew in on their own plane. It was the great dog convention, every dog on earth was there. All the lady dogs had lipstick on and ribbons in their hair, while the younger males were telling tales about how they chased them cars. All the older hounds were buying rounds and smoking big cigars. Now when dogs go to conventions, if you never knew before, manners, and you know every dog has pride, and any dog with
If you're getting high pitch, you're not getting rattling, but that'll come. Try this one. That'll be a little different.
all in attendance, every dog in the world. Straight-tailed dogs, bobtailed dogs, and dog-tails that were curled. There were wolfhounds and greyhounds and Great Pyrenees, and all
A feeding mallard, making a lot of motion. Boy, that really hooks ducks, brings them into the decoy.
Like in your spread, you get more movement out of all the decoys in the spread, ripples come out from it. You can pull it hard enough to make good splash. The splash, you know, that you create makes it draw from long distances.
But that cord could be 20 yards long.
Oh, you can set it all the way back to the blinds. We even got people who's got permanent blinds where they anchor these out completely and they see for the whole season. They'll make a foot pedal where they got a full system on it, and all they do is sit with a foot pedal and come up and shoot.
Pete Strieski is president of the Ohio Waterfowlers Association. He lives in Grandview Heights, which is Columbus. And Pete, how do you become a die-hard duck hunter in Columbus, Ohio?
Well, you just have to like hunting, first of all. So you have to like hunting, field hunting if you're in Columbus. Not a lot of big water around there. Field hunting, rivers, that type of stuff.
You know, it's really good to see new, young breed into the Ohio Waterfowlers Association. Young guys are helping really grow the organization, aren't they?
Yeah, we need to get the youth, but also the younger hunters. We're turning to the internet a lot, that type of stuff. The old duck clubs, where you have a lot of people, or hunting clubs. Not a lot of young people go into those or around. So with the internet and word of mouth and doing that type of stuff, we can really get the younger 20, 30-year-old guys out and enjoying the woods.
Oh, sure. Now, how do they find you on the internet? What's your website?
OhioWaterfowl.org.
OhioWaterfowlNOS.org.
Right.
And that'll take them to Ohio Waterfowl Association. And of course, becoming a member really gives you guys more of a voice, doesn't it?
Right. We are, and we like to have the voice with the ODNR. The other thing the Ohio Waterfowl Association is about is doing. There's a couple big groups, Delta, Waterfowl, Ducks Unlimited. Those groups are very good at fundraising. They get a lot of money, put a lot of money to the ducks. We want to be the grassroots, people on the ground, putting together blinds, working with Pickerel Creek, putting in some blinds. We've done a number of handicap blinds at state facilities around the state. Hebron Fish Hatchery, Clark Lake are a couple, some up north. We want to put the manpower of building those blinds, getting them out and do that, help do that, because one of the things that the state doesn't have as well as money is manpower. They need manpower to do it, so we're happy to help them in that way.
Ohio Waterfowler Camp. It's the premier event of the Ohio Waterfowl Association. What a great place. Cardinal Shooting Center in Marengo, Ohio. 2012. You better come down and see what it's all about.
When I was born up, my daddy asked me, he always said, if you want us to teach you to do this, you got to promise to pass it along. Okay? And that's what I'm doing with you guys. Us to teach you to do this, you got to promise to pass it along. Okay? And that's what I'm doing with you guys.
You know, kids just like to make noise, and down here at Waterfowler Bootcamp, lots of opportunity to make lots of noise, and the guy that's responsible for it, my friend Buck Gardner. Buck Gardner's legendary duck calls out of Memphis, Tennessee. Buck, you know, you were teaching the kids to make a call, to blow a call, and it kind of surprised me how good some of them were. Does it surprise you?
No, kids are, the great thing about kids is they don't have any bad habits like we do.
I have a lot of bad habits.
Yeah, well, all of us do. So, I mean, it's like having a clean slate to start with, and they pick it up so much faster that way.
You know, you take a kid in a duck blind and say, you do the calling. Boy, it's got to be a real proud moment for that youngster.
Well, you know, something that everybody wants to do. And the people that don't call, it's because nobody ever showed them how.
Exactly.
Or they started to try to learn and somebody said, no, you're going to scare them away. You know, let me tell you something. Guys like me, I still scare them away today. You know, just to let them understand that it's okay. You know?
Buck, when did you make your first duck call? How long ago was it?
In the late 70s, early 80s, I fooled around, was making some, you know, just playing with them.
Sure. And obviously it took off. You've been making literally thousands of duck calls over the years. Have duck calls changed at all?
Oh yeah, duck calls have evolved way from where we started. Molded product is 1,000% better than it used to be.
Well, we used to be a wood duck call. Wood duck calls were the norm.
Yeah.
And now the plastic, the molded duck calls that you guys are making, that's what we see in the marsh today.
Well, the reason is wooden calls are great and they're beautiful and I love fooling with them, but they change. You know, and the thing about acrylic or polycarbonate, which is what most of the calls are molded out, is polycarbonate, is once you get your mold right and you get the reed and the cork in there right, it doesn't ever change. But with a wood call, when you blow it and you spit in there, you get hot breath,
sure,
the grain rises and falls, and then, you know, it changes. And that's why people have gone or gravitated to the plastic calls.
Well, you're making a great call. let me hear on your call that comeback call.
Oh,
that's the one that's nice and loud, and
yeah.
And we've got what kind of?
I got a tall timber acrylic call.
Great.
That you know, it's just a little hand tuned acrylic call. Easy to blow, and it's easy to do what you're talking about. Yeah, comeback call is when ducks turn to leave. I was told so many people don't. Most underused call. They just don't. They'll see them leaving and whack, 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 and then they just kind of give up.
Yeah.
But and my dad and another old guy named Homer Thompson said, when they turn and show you those tail feathers, call at them till one or two things happens. Either they turn around and come back, or you just give up and give out of air completely. So
let's hear that good one.
It's a fast, snappier, and then a little more. If they don't turn, just jump on them hard. And I'm easing out of it as they come back.
If I'm a Drake Mallard, I'm coming to that call.
People choose